How does the world government get away with false flags like 9/11, Sandy Hook, um, basically everything, almost everything that's going on is a false flag? How are they getting away with it? You know, there's a lot of people involved, a lot of people dedicating basically their entire lives to it because it's this way the system works. It's like a job, right? But they incorporate it into their whole lives. Like if you grow up with this, I mean, I have kids gang stalking me, you know? What are these kids going to be like when they grow up? They're probably going to end up marrying someone who is, um, uh, it's very likely, or it's very possible that they will marry someone and they'll be their handler. Like, um, how do you explain that? Like a targeted individual, they will set you up with someone who is a government spy, basically, someone who is secretly has secret agendas and whatever. There's whole families like this. You know, they breed these kids. They get them spying from a very young age. They get them doing gang stalking from a very young age, and they end up just being someone's handler. You know, and they think that's the normal life. They're trying to set me up all the time with spies. You know, I'm single right now. I've been single for a long time because they don't seem to let anyone near me. They make it very difficult for anyone to get near me who isn't someone who's trying to be my handler. You know, trying to get a handle on me, trying to put me under the government's thumb. You know. And so I think a lot of people are probably, you know, a lot of TIs, they're probably dating handlers. They're probably dating, they're probably married to their handler. And situations like that, because that's just the way the system is, you know? Everything's false flags, everything's whatever. Now, that's a lie. You know, you're living a lie. How are you supposed to have a marriage like that or whatever like that, you know? And then they can go on for years and years and years just lying and lying and lying and then making up some truth in it and whatever, you know, just to make it believable. But I mean, they think this is a normal way of living. These handlers think this is normal. This isn't normal. We need to fix the system on a fundamental level. This is just so crazy. I'm so tired of this. Like I'm skeptical of any TI who's getting together with anyone, because I know how hard it is for me to find someone who isn't a spy and isn't trying to be my handler, isn't basically a liar and a complete thief, or you know, of everything that is good and proper. I mean, I just don't. I really worry about how TIs can ever get together with someone who is a real person, not an actor or actress on a stage. It's really disturbing. TI is a short form for targeted individual, for those who don't know, but that's what it is. It's someone, is an individual, someone trying to be an individual, someone who's trying to be outside of this government system. And what a handler is someone who's trying to get a handle on what they consider an anarchist element, a rogue element. And that's what a handler is. It's getting putting a basically he's like, it's like their jailer, you know. They're putting them in a prison cell. They're putting them somewhere where they can do as little as possible. That's what a handler is for. It's a jailer. It might be a bit worse for where I am because I'm in Alberta, Canada. I remember in the 90s, Alberta had the highest number of cell phones per capita in the whole world. It was like a news story in Alberta because we had the highest number of cell phones per capita in the world. Cell phones are hugely used by gang stalkers. You know, it's hugely they they got a hold of Alberta a long time ago. This is a big time government place because oil money. Basically, the U.S. buys oil from Alberta. Everyone buys oil from Alberta. That means the money's coming to Alberta. That means the government is here, and it's a crazy place here. It's basically a cop shop. If you look at an '88 Olympics, 88 is another term for Hail Hitler because HH 88. 88 Olympics was in Calgary, and the Canada Olympic Park, COP, but it's always called COP, right? COP. That's in Calgary. Anyways, it's a bit crazy, you know. Everything's controlled, and they think this is normal. You know, all the handlers think this is just the way it is. It's always been like that for them in their lives, you know, and so they think this is just a normal way of living. But it's so far from normal. It's so far from human normal society because it's getting worse, you know, since cell phones came about. You know, I remember 20, 25 years ago, people used to hold hands. I don't see that anymore. People used to show public affection, you know, couples, and like there used to be wedding processions, there used to be funeral processions, there used to be all these different things, you know, everything was more real. Everything's just gone completely plastic now. There's nothing real anymore. It's all just this big gang stalking operation. Everybody's just an actor on a stage of a play that they don't even know what the play is, you know, they don't know what. They're just following orders. It's a bunch of robot zombies, and if you're not a robot zombie, you're targeted, and you're basically targeted so harshly that you're driven to suicide or driven to like extreme isolation on purpose. You know. And you start realizing, wait a minute, all these people are gang stalking me. There's nobody I actually trust. That's harsh. That's really, you know, I mean, it's getting worse, people. It's getting worse. And if we don't start going in the opposite direction here, it's still going to, you know, I don't know how much worse it can get, but this is ridiculous. This is really, really scary stuff.